Hello, buddy. Welcome to Backbone of the Internet. I'm your host, MrBonesy, and I'm actually joined with my co-host. Yes, you got a name?
Loud Go 64.
Yes. And actually, this is episode 12, which is actually marking like a full year since we do this once a month. A full year of our podcast. You got anything to say about that? That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh well, okay. You didn't have to be snarky about it.
You guys are welcome for giving you this great podcast that only gives you misinformation 20% of the time.
100%. This episode will be probably filled with the most information.
Misinformation or information?
We'll take that into account.
Because I said drop. Oh no.
It's only going off by good memory and good vibes.
You don't even have like a wiki page up or something?
I do,
or like
but I don't. For the stuff I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be using the wiki. I have the wiki pulled up for my minor research that I kept saying I need to do this minor research to make sure I have the shit down, and I just haven't been doing that.
I see.
But don't worry, I have it pulled up, and I can clearly like skim through this, and I can easily get the information I need. But today's topic, it's probably not a topic for. Why are you sending like gooner bait in the chat in here?
Didn't mean to do that. Let's get rid of that. They don't deserve it here if we ever let anyone else inside of this sanctuary.
To be fair, it's kind of weird that we're doing this. Oh, thank you for sending it back to me. This is probably not an episode worthy of like an anniversary for the podcast. But then again, what is? I don't really know.
Personal life stuff.
I mean, unless we could shift gears and we can talk about personal life.
I mean, stuff. It's your episode, dog. That's just you. That's all you, gang.
I didn't think we were that interesting, both of us combined, to make 2 hours of content just talking about personal life.
Dog, I need you to check your fucking, like, how many questions you get every single week. I think people are interested in what you do and what your opinions are. I wouldn't say all that.
Okay, well, tell us down below if you want. Not next month, because next month's going to be Ghost's topic, but just a general personal life update episode. Or
a personal life update.
Tell me. I still have a list of the podcast questions, but I've been saving those as like if we ran out of talking about a subject, and then we still have we're just barely an hour in. I'm saving those for rainy days, unless I can cook up something to make it a full episode.
On the topic of like questions people giving you a community hub, I did not see this one from who has been Doomslayer saying, has any Bones character survived No November? I think I glanced over that and didn't read in the comments. What do you mean Musically Cartilage has a belt, a certain belt that lets him survive such an occasion?
Where are you seeing this?
Yeah, you have he has a chastity belt.
Oh,
you answered that a month ago. What the fuck are you on about?
That's not it was
irrelevant. You, Bone. You was there. What?
This is definitely not the type of episode I want this conversation to be in right now, because we're gonna be talking about SpongeBob.
Yes.
Yikers! Could you imagine anyone clicking on an episode of SpongeBob's face and hearing this?
Well, that's the Loud Ghost experience. That's the MrBonesy experience.
Yikers! Anyways, I'm going to be talking about SpongeBob SquarePants because I thought it's finally time to talk about one of my favorite cartoons of all time, I would say, with high regard. I mean, everyone loves SpongeBob. Even you who don't really care and fuck with SpongeBob as much, you know SpongeBob. Like, it's that popularly cultured. It's that well known.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glazing SpongeBob.
Were you expecting me to deny it? Or
I kind of was. I actually was so expecting you to be like, fuck that. And then I was like, well, I had it planned out in my brain.
Well, yeah, dog. I haven't watched a shit ton of SpongeBob. I see all the memes and shit, you know?
Yeah,
it is, you know, that pretty culturally significant, you know?
exactly. Some people actually call you evil for not watching SpongeBob fully. At least the
Well, they could
original.
suck my entire cock. How about that?
Yikers!
Wait, anyway, yeah, no, look, gang, look. I was not like a Nickelode. I was not a big Nickelodeon guy. You know, I watched SpongeBob here and there, but it wasn't my shits. You
You're like
know?
a Cartoon Network person,
Yeah, I am a Cartoon Network
Discovery
person.
Family type of guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not all
Yeah,
of the shows. I was really only there for Transformers Prime.
yeah. That's all I know. Discovery. Well, other than another show, that's all I know. Discovery Family had. Other than like reality TV shows, I think. Like I think
No, it
wasn't
also had Dan versus that I liked watching.
I forget that's a kids cartoon.
Right?
I saw like a clip of that. And I was assuming it was like an adult cartoon, and I was like, "This is a kids." I can't actually tell you right now. I'll tell you later. But the one thing I saw on Twitter of Dan versus blew my mind because I'm like, "This is a kids cartoon."
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I discovered later on that. Anyways, I'm gonna be talking about
Interesting.
SpongeBob in detail. I love SpongeBob as of course. I have a bunch of YouTubers of SpongeBob to my side. Growing up, I had a bunch of coloring books and posters of SpongeBob and plushies and toys. I grew up with SpongeBob. SpongeBob holds like dear to my heart, and I know a lot about SpongeBob. Um, same thing with Widget. Widget's also crazily obsessed with SpongeBob, just the same as me. But then again, he's just obsessed with cartoons in general. Um, Mr. I watch Bluey when it's on TV instead of changing the channel.
What channel do you have to what?
I don't know what Bluey's on. I just know that he doesn't change the channel and he would like just casually be like, "Oh, it's all right."
Hmm.
Anyways,
Interesting.
SpongeBob is main creator, the one that birthed the beauty sponge that we know. Steven Hillenberg, rest in peace. I don't actually have like. Let me go Google Steven's name. I
His
don't,
what do you mean his name?
I don't know when he died.
Oh, didn't he die in like 2018?
Was that when he died?
Yeah.
You're probably right. Let me go look at this wiki, the fandom wiki that is so not 2018.
Ride the money.
Right on the
You
money.
just call me the prophet.
Steven Hillenberg. He used to work on a bunch of other cartoons. Um, I can't actually. I don't know them on the top of my head, and this wiki is not telling me. Oh, Rocco's Modern Life, but I'm not sure if this is the cartoon that I am thinking of that he worked on. It
He
probably
did
is.
Rocco's Modern Life?
He didn't make it. I think he worked on it. Like he was one of the writers. He didn't make
Okay.
Rocco's Modern, but
So
he did
crazy.
work on it. But during that show, I think this might be where the misinformation is. During that show, that was a voice crack. He met Tom Kenny, which is, as we both know, Tom Kenny is the voice of SpongeBob. And
Yeah.
little do you probably know, him and Steven became like best friends. Like he would constantly like they would constantly have like dinners and they would constantly like go to each other's places. Like they were
Hmm.
that close to each other. They actually became like really good friends. Um to the point where Steven Hillenberg, when he was making the idea of SpongeBob, which at the time was called SpongeBoy, he just he
SpongeBob.
told Tom Kenny to come over and look at what he was making. Like so Tom Kenny knew about SpongeBob before it became like a show. And then he
Hmm.
was even saying that he wanted him to be the voice of SpongeBob. So it was like literally a match made. He like Steven Hillenberg wanted that idea, and when he pitched it, it happened. They faced legal issues because they couldn't call it SpongeBoy. Apparently, that's a copyright already owned by a sponge company, like a mop company or something.
Hmm.
So they had to change it to SpongeBob, but they kind of kept that with Mr. Krabs still being like SpongeBoy, my Bob. So they kind of kept the original name still implanted with a nickname, but then birthed SpongeBob SquarePants. You know, the one we all know, SpongeBoy, my Bob. And it's also because Steven Hillenberg is also a marine biologist. He's very much an actual, like, he loves sea life, which is why he also made SpongeBob.
Hmm.
I actually remember watching stuff about that because the SpongeBob movie, one of the extras, and I remember watching it like more than once for some reason. I don't know why. I thought it was cool. So maybe call me Jotaro for my interest in marine biology. Um, they just had a whole segment where Steven was talking to a quote unquote kid who wanted to find Bikini Bottom and like their dad. And then he was literally talking about the inspirations of the characters in SpongeBob and locations all on actual marine life. And it was like showing all like footage from just under the water. It was actually really cool.
Hmm.
It was a really cool segment in the movie's extras. I don't recommend anyone to go look at it. I don't know how easy it is to find it unless you have the SpongeBob DVD with extras. Go check that out. That sounds interesting. It's about the movie, so it's gonna be talking about the movie, which I will get into later. But it's very interesting, very cool. You learn a lot actually. But yeah, SpongeBob, looking like a dish sponge. Um, not based on any actual sponge in real life, weirdly. And then his best friend Patrick Starfish, and then the neighbor, Squidward Tentacles, which is an octopus, believe it or not. Hoping that anything I say will spark like oh, I didn't know that, but I feel like you already knew Squidward's an octopus.
Yeah. I mean, what the fuck else would he be? Like,
A
what?
squid?
He doesn't have enough legs for it.
No,
Or he doesn't have the
I
specific
do
limbs for it to
admire
be
the fact
a squid.
I do admire the fact that you knew he was an octopus not because of just that common like naming, but because of just he just counted his arms.
Yeah. Dog, squids have specific types of arms, dog.
And then of course Mr. Krabs, the crustacean, plankton, the plankton, and a bunch of other, and then Sandy Cheeks, the squirrel, which is random as fuck. I don't know actually why they decided to add Sandy. That should be a Google search of its own actually. But the show revolves all around SpongeBob. It's not like there's no story in SpongeBob. I'm gonna be honest. There's no continuity. There's only like one or two episodes that have continuity, which is like when you meet a character for the first time. Other than that, every character already knows each other to some degree. Like SpongeBob knows Patrick. Squidward already knows who SpongeBob is. Mr. Krabs kind of like vaguely knows SpongeBob because he doesn't call him, but he doesn't meet him for the first time in the first episode. He kind of just like talks to him normally. That could be wrong on that aspect, but they don't have like a proper meeting, so it seems like they know each other already.
To be fair, with how much SpongeBob is like obsessed with the place, I assume he probably went there and got food before.
Yeah, probably.
You know, he wanted to get hired there. He just goes there all the time.
Probably. You think he probably wanted to work there because Squidward was working there, or do you think he just wanted to work there and Squidward so happened to work there or was working there?
I think he wanted to work there and just so happened Squidward worked there because there was that one episode where he was a baby in his mom's tummy, and that was the first time he ever had Krabby Patties.
That is,
and he's been obsessed ever since.
Yeah, we could take that into account.
So he's always liked the Krusty Krab. It's just he hasn't worked there.
Destined to be a fry cook forever.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I mean, who knows? But yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so the only episodes with continuity is like Sandy and Plankton, where you meet them for the first time. SpongeBob meeting Sandy first, and like the first episode actually. Kind of like, dying as well in Sandy's tree dome.
He's fine.
And then Plankton, which is where Plankton gets inside SpongeBob's body to try to control his brain to give him the Krabby Patty recipe, and then Plankton's obsession with getting the secret formula. Oh, I guess another character that has continuity is Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, because all their episodes is titled after their names, but with a number. So, like, that's another continuity episodes, I guess.
So when you're saying continuity, what exactly do you mean?
Like, you can watch SpongeBob at any point.
Hmm.
But like I'm saying, like those episodes are the only episodes where like you watch it, you could clearly tell this is the first time the SpongeBob is meeting this character for the first time, or there's like some reference to a different episode. So like meeting Sandy for the first time, oh, that's meeting Sandy for the first time. But any other episode, they're gonna be talking as if they're normal. You don't need to watch any episode in any order. Doesn't have no story. The stories are
Hmm.
in episodes in its own. Mermaid and Barnacle Boy might be a little different. The first one might be like the meeting of them, but then not really because they kind of already know Barnacle Boy, Mermaid Man through the show, and they meet him in person for the first time. And then everything else, it's just SpongeBob being like Barnacle Boy and Mermaid Man. Like you don't really have to watch them in order. There, there's no the first one is probably the only one where they meet him for like in person for the first time.
Interesting.
But yeah, I'm looking at the first season here. All of these are banger episodes. What is this one about? Okay, so yeah, I mean, the show is just good. I'm just gonna be honest. The show is just nautical nonsense, as the intro says. It's actually a '90s show too, so SpongeBob's old. Started off in May 1999, barely in the cusp of the 2000s.
Interesting.
Um,
Why?
why is it in the
Yeah.
'90s?
Yeah.
Because that's when the show was made. I don't know is there any reason why it'll be? That's when it first aired. So the concept of it was probably like maybe a year back.
Interesting.
That's just when it premiered. That's just when it became a thing. Like I don't know the specific like reason why it's in the '90s. I just know it's a '90s thing technically. SpongeBob's old. It's like what is it? Like most recent season is like what? Season 17, which is like airing like episode. Oh no, they planned season 17. Oh no, there's just no fucking reviews. That's what I'm mixing up. It's most recent episodes in 2026.
Yeah. It's like the fourth longest animated TV show or something.
Well, what's the other one? Like Simpsons? And then like
Fuck. Maybe I'm thinking maybe
I know
Simpsons, Family Guy.
no, I don't know about Family Guy because Family Guy got canceled a few times.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That would stop it, huh?
Yeah, it got stopped like more than once. I don't know. Simpsons and SpongeBob are the only ones I know that are just forever going.
Um. Damn. That's a good one. Damn. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Kill me.
yeah. Anyways,
Touch me harder.
whoa, 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 whoa. Anyways, SpongeBob. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, maybe a bit biasness. I feel like SpongeBob was a lot more like on Nickelodeon specifically, other than maybe like a few other cartoons. I feel like SpongeBob has a lot of world building for it being just nautical stuff, like nonsense stuff.
Do you think it has a lot of world building?
Every episode is like a different part of the like Bikini Bottom. Jellyfishing, you see jellyfishing, and like that's a hobby they do. Is like running around catching jellyfish. You know, the Krusty Krab's a restaurant. There was a boating school. I mean, like I wouldn't say like the world building is to the point where you know where every place is, because there is like on the like whether it's on purpose or not. The show does not tell you at all where anything's at. SpongeBob could be running to the right to the Krusty Krab, and other times he's running to the left to the Krusty Krab, and then he shows up at the Krusty Krab. Some episodes, the chum bucket isn't in front of the Krusty Krab, but it's usually always depicted to be in front of the building. But in the first episode, the chum bucket doesn't exist because Plankton was never introduced yet. So like, but like the world building to my point is that like I feel like you have a lot. If you're making a story for SpongeBob, you have a lot to pull from SpongeBob's like history. I mean, like boating school, the Krusty Krab, Merman and Barnacle Boy with like the old like, retirement home, SpongeBob, Sandy in a tree dome. Um, like the Goo Lagoon, the beach. I mean, Kelp Forest. Like they're not really ever named really, but like Sand Mountains. They have like Sand Mountain, which is like where they go like only in one episode, I'm pretty sure, but they like go like sledding. the surface, like literally the surface above the water is a location because you see like them referencing like the surface. They even go on it in
Mm-mm.
the episode or two. Like the episode where they're making fun of Sandy and they're trying to prove that like they're better than like a land creature, and they go on the surface and they get attacked by seagulls. Which
Seals.
um like you know, I feel like there's like some good amount of world building in SpongeBob, like at least to like like a small, like if you dilute your perception.
Suspend your belief.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah,
Suspend your disbelief. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like season 2 is just as good. Um, I'm looking at these episodes right now. You just like there's SpongeBob has like a, at least in these first 3 seasons, which is the first 3 seasons Steven worked on. I'm pretty sure he did not work on season 4. Um, I'm not entirely sure because people actually do think season 4 has some good episodes. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say they don't have any good episodes. There's some bad ones in the bunch. Um, like Gift of Gum. That's not a. I don't think that's a good one. That's a. I don't think that's a good episode.
Oh.
Um,
Wow.
what?
So there. Well, episode count wise, The Simpsons.
Oh, it's like 800 or
The
900
sit.
episodes.
Yeah, it has like 800 episodes. Okay, well that doesn't count. That didn't count either. Okay, that's episode wise. How about like years?
But you like look try to figure out like what like the cartoons that ran the longest.
Yeah, because right now it just gives me there's one that's episode count, and by technicality, The Simpsons has 805 episodes, but then the online web series Chicken Nugget has 651 episodes, and for whatever reason they're counting that. The
that
Family Guy
that
has
doesn't
461.
that
It
shouldn't
doesn't
count.
count because it shouldn't count because they're like 2 minutes long. Teen Titans Go has 447 episodes.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
American Dad has 399 episodes, and SpongeBob has 339 episodes. And then South Park has 338. Bob's Burgers has 308.
Times SpongeBob's
Loud House
number
has
by 2.
305. Huh?
Times SpongeBob's number by 2.
It has. Oh, this is counting 16 seasons.
That too, but also SpongeBob episodes, they're kind of like if a full episode's 20 minutes, SpongeBob like cuts it in half and puts like 2 minor episodes.
Well, then, should you count that as an episode then? Because it's the same thing. If the average runtime for some of these is 20 minutes, then like.
I guess you have a point there. I guess you have a point.
And then you would times the Teen Titans Go by 2 because those ones also have short form episodes
Do
instead
they?
of other episodes. Yes, they do.
Damn.
Yeah. So like, it's the same shit basically. They'll have like 15-minute episodes instead of the 30-minute block, so they have 2 episodes in 1 episode. Type shit.
Okay.
You know?
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. But that doesn't like, we still need to figure out the actual question, which is like what's been going on the longest.
Yeah, years wise.
Yeah, years wise
yeah.
is more interesting to me because like you know.
Oh, actually, let's go to the Guinness World Records.
That's just gonna be The Simpsons, I think.
Yeah, I think it will just show me The Simpsons. Yeah, The Simpsons. God damn it. Give me a gun.
And I do like The Simpsons, but you know, I haven't watched all of that.
It's not the yellow people, yeah.
There's like 800 episodes is too much.
I mean, when you really get down to the long and skinny of it, like 1,000 episodes isn't that many episodes when you really put your nose to the grindstone.
Dog, if I'm not gonna watch 800 episodes of Simpsons, I'm not gonna watch something with 1,000 episodes.
Simpsons is running for 36 years with 760 plus episodes. South Park was in 1997 for 29 years with 320 episodes. Family Guy
Has
with
but has
27 years and
but hasn't South
400
Park gotten
episodes.
canceled too at one point?
Yeah, but like cancellation, schmancelation. I don't think that really counts in the long term. You know.
I guess. I guess.
This chart says Simpsons 34 year. Oh, this is 2 years ago too, so it's actually 36 years. South Park 29 years. SpongeBob would be 27 years. Same thing with, is Arthur still ongoing?
I thought Arthur ended. I'm pretty sure.
I is wrong, but it was going for 25 years.
I remember when it ended.
Uh,
Our good friend Widget came up to me. He's like, "Wow, it ended," because he liked that show.
when you combine Family Guy, it should be an overall amount of 24-ish years because they this chart does account for the fact that it had a 3-ish year
Cancellation.
uh cancellation period, so it would be like 25-ish years. American Dad is running for like 21 years. Cyber Chase did get a new series. Okay, so
I don't even know what that
damn,
is.
that's crazy. It was something on PBS. Um, Venture Bros was on for 14 years.
Venture Bros went on for 14 years. I thought that was like a
What the
3-year thing.
fuck? 2004 to 2018.
What the
That's
fuck?
crazy.
I thought Venture Bros is like old and ended a long time ago.
No, actually, it did keep making episodes with him recently. That's crazy.
What?
Wildcrats is still ongoing, I think. Bob's Burgers has been on for 15 years. Fucking Christ. Dora the Explorer lasted 13 years. King of the Hill, this is outdated because it has a new show. I'm counting it. And then Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood.
I don't know
I
what
don't
that
know
one
that
is.
ball.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
don't
what.
know that ball.
Yeah,
Uh, Aqua Teen Hunger Force lasted about a combined 14 years.
I don't know what that one is either.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force? You've seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Aqua Team Hunger Force. I've seen Aqua Team Hunger. That's what it's called?
Yeah, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
What the fuck is this show? This was like one of those like Adult Swim shows that I'll be a kid, I'll walk in the room and I'll see this playing, and that's what it was. It's something that was on TV, but I don't know what this is.
It's just the wacky and surreal adventures of three anthropomorphic fast food items. Master Shake, Frylock, and Meatwad.
Never knew
Owen
its name
Carl,
was
but like
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Anyways, let's get back on topic. SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Okay, I like SpongeBob. Show's been going on for a long time, as we already established. As I said, this world, the SpongeBob has a good amount of like world-ish to it. There's a lot of good elements of SpongeBob. A thing that I think is interesting, and this is the thing I don't like, is that the first few seasons of SpongeBob, I'm gonna just say one through three for simple stakes. I know I'm not getting into the fucking SpongeBob community by saying that those are the only good ones. Season 4 has good episodes, but I'm not counting it. I don't care. Okay, I don't remember season 4 as much because from my knowledge, that's when Steven Berg left. I'm not. Maybe he did write some of these season 4 episodes. I don't care. Okay,
He came back in 2015.
I did hear he came back. Not 2015. I feel like it was a lot later.
No, he came back in 2015. He did production for the 9th season and onward until 2018 during season 13.
What was in the 9th season?
9th season through, and 9th through 12th season. He had some form of influence on.
Let's just not my mail. Let's click on this episode and see if I recognize these screenshots. These are not helpful. I don't think I know these to the degree that I think I know these. I mean, anyways, show's been going on long enough, and I'm pretty sure if someone left for a good time and came back, you can't change things that have been things, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely do not remember any of the episodes and that are supposedly in season 9. What in the actual fuck are these? You know what? You're making me like now realize that like I'm old, and you are
Mm.
right, but I refuse to believe it because I do remember seeing some of these screenshots, and this was when I was definitely thinking to myself, "Oh, he came back," but like I'm too old to watch SpongeBob, and I'm deadass was thinking that season 9 stuff was probably like season 14 stuff or something like that. And now you're making me realize this is season 9. Oh, I'm old.
Yeah,
Okay,
dude, 2015 was like a decade ago, dog. More than a decade ago.
time goes by fucking fast.
Yeah. You're
Okay,
over
well,
two decades old, you fossil.
I don't know anything beyond season 9 if they're good episodes or not. I'm pretty sure not. I don't know. I haven't watched them. I do know that they
Mm-mm.
brought back Suicide Squidward as a bit, but they removed it quickly, which makes me sad.
Mm-mm-mm.
As they had a reference to Red Mist Squidward with apparently the episode they go get lost and Squidward's opening a bunch of doors and he's seeing a bunch of different versions of himself, and one of them is just his bedroom, nothing. It like statics, and then you just see Squidward's face enlarged, like as a jump scare, quote unquote, and he has like big red eyes, and that's it.
Mm-mm-mm.
I could actually send you the image. Um Red Mist Squidward episode. Yeah, you already know what Suicide Squidward looks like. I'm not going to show you what he looks like, but this is what the actual episode referenced him.
Oh, what was even the context of them referencing that in the episode?
No, that was just a throwaway bit.
Oh,
Squidward was just lost opening doors. This is an edited ass screenshot, but this is the frame that he's opening the doors, looking for a place to get out. This is just one of the doors. That's not what it looks like. He's not actually like slide sideways like that. That face. That's just it shows him opening that door and it cuts to like Squidward's bedroom and then it has that jump scare and Squidward slams the door. They later
oh,
censored it and removed it
why?
because people in Nickelodeon suck.
Oh, oh, okay. Well, shit.
They actually kind of did like worse on that because I think the censorship is like excuse this blurred image. They do this as like a censorship. Like they have a baby Squidward, which I guess causes the same reaction of screaming and slamming the door. So I guess Squidward was never fit to be a parent
Oh,
or whatever.
okay.
I think it was cool. I don't know why they removed it. Anyways, they did that. That's just the only thing I know about the newer seasons. What I do know is that I guess before season 9, if they fucking changed things, I don't know. I don't know season 9 fully. And then season 4 is like the start of it, but like you don't notice it until like drastically the characters change. But all the characters drastically became one note because all the writers didn't know how to write the characters.
Mm.
So like I think for me a good example is Sandy Cheeks. I like Sandy. Sandy's a cool character. She's Texas. She's like a very strong fighting character and of course Texan. But like and it's not like it was new to the character. She was very smart. I mean, in season 1, she builds a space rocket that goes
Yes.
through the moon. It was part of her character that she's smart. I mean, you have to be smart if you're building a underwater tree dome. You know, that doesn't just pop out of nowhere and you live there. However, in like the season, like I'm gonna just throw a number like 7, 6, like 5. That became her entire character. Is that she loses her tough karate like Texan act and became just a scientist. Uh,
Really?
yeah, like there might be an
Mm.
episode where she is like Let me check see if it's in season 4. If it's in season 4, then I'm gonna just full on say that they got rid of that for her. But they kind of like stripped her away of the characterness of that. No, okay, they did. They just stripped her away her like her karate like Texan act and made her just full on scientist.
Ah, flanderization.
Yeah, they flanderize all the characters.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mr. Krabs became just nothing but greedy.
Of course, of course.
I'm not saying he never was greedy. I mean, he is, but like that's just what his entire character is now, and like those seasons where he doesn't care for
So
anyone. Squidward gets actually the worst of it, where he gets a lot of, and I'm just gonna say it bluntly, torture porn. Like Squidward gets just tortured at all with no with no consequences or meaning.
I mean,
what do you mean? Well, you're gonna defend it?
I'm just saying, we just let SpongeBob, chill about, have some fun. Maybe this stuff wouldn't happen to him.
Well, and
it's
that
karma.
makes sense in the first few episodes of the first few seasons where Squidward's just like a jerk, and it makes sense for like let's say him exploding randomly. That like, it makes sense he was being it's like karma, but like at some points, and SpongeBob gets flanderized too. Squidward's just trying to live like a day, and then SpongeBob bursts into his house and like ruins his day, and then like he gets tortured for it. SpongeBob becomes highly annoying, in those mid seasons. Where he's not like as a positive, joyous person, he just becomes obnoxiously annoying. Patrick just becomes more stupid and like not really a friend to SpongeBob, becomes more of like a jerk. I do remember some of those mid seasons. I remember seeing some of the clips, and I'm like, Patrick's just a jerk here, even though he's supposed to be SpongeBob's like best friend. And then Plankton, I have no idea how to explain Plankton because Plankton's kind of weird, and I think that's mainly due to the fact that the guy who voices him also is a show writer, so like he gets kind of weird special treatment with how his character is. But also, I there must be something because I remember some of the Plankton episodes being weird, and I'm like, this is like definitely the voice actor being kind of weird.
What could you possibly mean?
I can't remember. Exactly. Mr. Lawrence. Also, I think it's weird that they don't call him by his full name. They call him Mr. Lawrence. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of weird to me. Am I right or am I right? Mr. Lawrence? Like, why do he's always credited as Mr. Lawrence. This is what he looks like, by the way.
The fish guy? Oh.
That's
the
Plankton.
Plankton actor.
Yeah. Douglas Lawrence Osquisk? I don't not know how to pronounce that. I'll send you his, I'm assuming, last name. Professionally known as Mr. Lawrence, is the American voice actor. Weird that I just think it. Oh, I guess Lawrence would be his last name, and that's his middle name. I don't know how to pronounce his middle name.
Mister.
Mister. He's definitely a show writer. I know that for sure. He's also a voice actor, of course, voicing Plankton. He also voices Larry. Larry the Lobster.
Yeah, I know who fucking Larry is.
Wait, well, you don't know if I was talking about SpongeBob when I said that, now do ya?
No, you were saying he also voices Larry, and we were on the topic of fucking Plankton.
Well, maybe the people at home didn't know who I was talking about.
What the fuck are you on about?
Anyways, yeah, Mr. Lawrence is kind of weird. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know. Maybe he's a good guy in person, but I think he's kind of weird. I just think it's weird
about like weird Plankton episodes. You mean like these ones?
That is a weird Plankton episode, but I think isn't that the episode where he's like thirsting over a fish?
Yeah, that one.
That's a weird Plankton episode. I'll be honest. I'm not, but then again, I'm not sure if Mr. Lawrence himself wrote it. You know what I mean? I don't know the name of that episode. If you give me the name, I
Oh,
could.
well, let's check IMDb and see who wrote this episode.
If it's Mr. Lawrence, I'm gonna say he's fucking weird. I remember
It only
seeing
says
that.
it only says the directors. It only says the directors, which is Dave Cunningham and Ian Vasquez.
So fucking weird. That episode's weird. Yeah. To be fair, Karen looking fine, but that's weird.
Yeah, they don't have the writer here. Unfortunate.
Just write down who's the writer of this episode. What's the episode?
It also has an overall. It's also out of a 1 out of 10 has an average of 7.1 reviews.
It's probably a good episode.
7.1 stars. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's not a good episode. I just never watched it. That's when it was like I'm already old.
Yeah, you fucking fossil.
Calm down. Calm down.
I found a page on the tvtropes.org, which documents any and all instances of tropes, right?
Yes.
And SpongeBob, because it's so long-winded, right? It has pages dedicated to every time it uses certain tropes. And one of these said tropes is called early installment weirdness, which is like things in the earlier parts of a show don't match up with shit that happens later, right? One of those being whenever characters get planerized, so their decision-making skills kind of go out the drain, and you're kind of like, oh, weird. Patrick can discern that Squidward is being an asshole here, but like is gullible on this episode, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
One of those, which interests me, is that in early episodes, such as Culture Shock and Season 2's Patty Hype, portray the Krusty Krab as a struggling small business that needs to keep coming up with gimmicks in order to bring in customers. And Patty Hype, notably, has a starting fish who hasn't eaten in 3 days, who refuses to eat there because the restaurant has no atmosphere or thematic creativity.
Yeah, I know that episode. Yeah. What was what's the continuity in this?
Later seasons portray it as the most popular restaurant in town, and the Krabby Patty being treated as the lifeblood of Bikini Bottom. The city will quickly descend into anarchy if SpongeBob is not there to make the Krabby Patties in later seasons, especially in the plot of the second film. Speaking of Culture Shock, in that episode's opening, Mr. Krab outright is willing to provide a free salad bar in order to drive in customers, something that the modern Mr. Krab wouldn't be caught dead with.
That is true.
Example of just like weird show. Yeah, how they change the characters later on,
They do definitely change the characters, yeah. You're seeing what I'm talking about now. Like Mr. Krabs threw up a fucking salad bar that was free. But modern Mr. Krabs would never be doing that because he wants some kind of payment.
Mm-hmm.
Also, how about we start talking about the characters and go? Oh, I'll talk about SpongeBob last because there's a lot to talk about SpongeBob. He's the main guy. But Mr. Krabs, war veteran.
Yeah, he's a war veteran. What's wrong with that?
I just want to throw that. It's an interesting character. I feel like most people don't know that he served in the war. During his depression, during his depression, he made the Krusty Krab, which is crazy.
Yeah, how it is.
No, it's straight up. And like I can't remember the name of the episode, but the episode where it's like acting like it's one of those like VHS tapes you would watch for training employees. It literally said during like his like sadness, and it shows like a picture of Mr. Krabs looking depressed on his bed. He made the Krusty Krab. So like the depression he got from the war inspired him to make the Krusty Krab. That is true. He did that. Now let me ask you this: what do you think the Krusty Patty recipe for secret formula is?
I don't think it's anything crazy. I just think it's like I think it would be funny if like there is no recipe. It's just a burger.
Take the piece of paper
and going into going into the idea of how the restaurant was failing in the earlier seasons, and then later everyone like relying on SpongeBob to be able to make that food. I think the special ingredient is SpongeBob all along.
Well, clearly that's not true because of the first movie. Here's the issue, which is why. Okay, so SpongeBob was supposed to end at the first movie.
Yeah,
that's Steven's idea. So here's one continuity that makes it kind of weird that since it doesn't, just one plot point. Plankton steals the formula and his business becomes booming. But then later, after the movie and other episodes, he's still trying to steal that shit or still get a business booming. But didn't he already know the recipe because he stole it and successfully is making the recipe?
There's theories that the first SpongeBob movie happens at the theoretical end of the timeline.
Oh yeah, so like theoretically, that's that okay. Interesting.
it would explain how he suddenly. Okay, I know the bit is like he doesn't need a license to drive a burger, right?
But he drive,
but he drives it with such expertise, which would maybe be the idea that he's been driving for so long that even though he still fails the test, he's actually a competent driver by the time of the movie.
But I thought they explained that in earlier episodes that SpongeBob is actually good at driving. It's just the moment he starts thinking about he's driving, he over panics and then he overdoes like the work and he crashes. I thought the joke is that he can't drive.
Oh man, again, it's just like one of those things. It's just one of those things, that gang.
That first movie's goated, by the way. I still watch that. It's a good movie. I just wish it had more.
What do you mean?
Like, just technically the movie's like the Odyssey movie, which is crazy. I learned that like this year. That technically that movie follows Odysseus's Odyssey. With like the journey.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. I learned that because of the SpongeBob Twitter. Because to capitalize on this Odyssey's success in the theaters, the SpongeBob Twitter literally just tweeted about their own the first movie, saying, we did the Odyssey too, guys.
Yeah, we did the Odyssey too, you know?
And that shockingly opened my third eye, because I was like, what? I was like, how's this an Odyssey? I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, it is. There's a lot of parallels here.
From a surface level, when you get really deep down into
Oh yeah, if you get deep into it, definitely not.
But yeah, loosely. Yeah, it follows the same structure as the Odyssey.
Which is kind of crazy.
But then again, like the Odyssey itself is no. Anyway, yeah.
Anyways, next character, Sandy. Let's just bring it back to her. I like Sandy's Texas girl. Karate, and scientist. I actually don't have any fun facts about Sandy on the top of my head. I could like go look and like look at episodes to see if anything rings a bell. I just know that she's a thrill seeker. What is that? What the fuck? Is this her full name? Huh? What?
Oh, Sandra Jennifer Cheeks.
Oh, also Olivia.
I don't know that. The fuck? Olivia?
Or not Olivia. How do you... No, I misread that. But still, like, there's another name here, too, that starts with an O. What? I didn't know she had a full name? Sandra Adrena? When was this a thing?
I only know this Sandra Jennifer Cheeks because it came from the musical on Broadway.
Does Patrick call her Sandrea? In Patrick Smart Pants? Where's the
goddamn Patrick Smart Pants? God damn it!
He calls her that.
Are you sure it's not just him saying that and not actually her name?
Well, if it's saying that that's her first name, Sandrea, and then in quotes Sandy as like a nickname, and Patrick Smart Pants is calling her Sandrea, maybe that's her actual first name, or he's just being oddly.
I think he's just being pretentious. I think he's just being pretentious.
Oddly, like formally pretentious. Very weird. I did not know there was like I know Plankton has a full name. Sheldon J. Plankton.
Yeah, it's because he's a crustacean.
I do love how I remember seeing on Twitter someone being like, Plankton has a first name, and everyone was just setting the fucking flowery LARPer, man. LARPer. Mr. Krabs' full name is Eugene, what is it, like Eugene Krabs? What's his middle initial?
He has a middle name, I can't remember. Or initial. I think it's just initial, right?
I think it's just an initial. Eugene Harold Krabs.
It's Harold?
Harold?
Get this motherfucker out of here. I don't want to look at him. I don't want to look at him.
I like, hey, no, the fan theories of how he gets his daughter Pearl, because he's a dad, is that he's, he adopted Pearl because his mom was like, the great white like shark or something. Or Moby Dick. And then
the great white shark or something.
I was thinking of Moby Dick, but I forgot the name Moby Dick, and my brain's like, Great Gray Shark. That works. I don't know why. I don't know why that was my default. Um, but no. Like the fan theory that makes it wholesome is that he adopted Pearl because he saw his mom or something dead, or unless you think he actually was plowing Moby Dick.
I think he has that dog in him.
You think Mr. Krabs might have that dog, but he doesn't. I don't know. Look at him. He's old. Do you think Mr. Krabs was cool in his youth?
Okay, well,
We don't know any. I don't think we've seen Mr. Krabs like young. Have we?
I mean, aren't there like flashback sequences of like him whenever he was on that boat or something?
That's if you want to actually like take. Let me look at young Mr. Krabs.
Honorable.
It's one of those things where like it's hard to like take anything into truth because like there's a bunch of random like continuity shit with like whether or not you want to believe it or not. The youngest I think we see Mr. Krabs is when he's with Plankton, where he quote unquote discovers the formula for the Krabby
The
Patty.
formula.
He discovers it with Plankton, which by the way is crazy that Plankton was one of the people who made the formula, but forgets the shit and tries to steal it. Yet like he knows it, like, or he helped make it. I feel like if he helped made it, you would remember it. That is like the youngest. At least that's from Google searching is showing me that is the youngest we see him. I guess that's not like a child. You see him as like a baby.
Hmm.
Also, like just to mention that you do also like the Krusty Krab is a crab trap. Just to throw that out there so it's not forgotten. Also, Mr. Krabs is tied into one of the banned episodes of SpongeBob, which I think is sad but funny. But it also makes sense it's banned. I don't know why that got passed, but I'll still
Was it
watch
the
it.
Panty Raid one?
Yeah, Panty Raid. Which
Mm.
every time I think about it, in every passing year, I think back on that, and I'm like more and more shocked that they had an episode about stealing panties, especially just using the word panty raid. That is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
SpongeBob had that dog in him.
Well,
I don't know about all that. It's kind of a borderline like sexual assault,
harassment.
sexual harassment. But they also are breaking into other people's houses to steal panties.
Wasn't one of the episodes he broke into his own mom's house? Was it in
Yeah,
that episode
he breaks into his mom's
house?
house. Yeah, and they steal her panties. And then I don't know. I think that might be the first episode he sees his mom. That or the cussing episode. You never see Mr. Krabs' dad unless you count that one episode where his dad comes back as a pirate.
Oh, they also apparently had an episode where he did this to Squidward.
Oh, is that banned too? That shot? I do remember that scene.
No, that episode is still out.
That makes sense. Open heart surgery. You can't ban that.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing that's banned with Squidward is like him breaking into the Krusty Krab to get like the Krabby Patty vault, and then a bucket of water falls on him, and he's like, "Water, good for the job for the security." And then a match flies down. He's like, "Wait a minute," and then it blows him up because that's the Krusty Krab security is a bucket of gasoline. They clearly banned that because clearly right before that episode came out, 9/11 happened.
Mm.
And they did not want to have a bucket of gasoline and an explosion happening in the Krusty Krab right after the tragedy. So, yikes. Very, very funny though. I think that should have been kept in.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I mean, the fuck are they gonna do about it?
Oh.
Anyways, Squidward was it Squidward J Tentacles? Yeah, Squidward J Quincy Tentacles.
Quincy.
He's a Quincy? I like Squidward. They live on 122 Conch Street in the Pacific
We're
Ocean. That's where Bikini Bottom is in this Pacific.
Pacific, yeah. That's where yeah.
That's where
A
Bikini
side
Atoll
of the
is.
ocean where
Bikini Atoll.
yeah.
Yeah, the actual place where they bombed stuff.
Bomb is such a like
They
angry word.
That's what they do. What else would you describe it?
Like society, you know? Like you know?
Anyways, Plankton. Squidward plays a clarinet.
Plankton.
Squidward is very grumpy. Gets infatuated with torture porn in some of the mid seasons. Sadly, I'm just saying.
What?
Oh my god, do I have to like show you like one of the gruesome things that happens to this man?
Oh, Squidward? No, I actually have a description up in front of me about some of the shit they're doing to him.
Oh, so you already know that's some of the horrible things that happens to this man.
Yeah, there's a like on the trope thing, they have an entire section about family unfriendly violence. And like a majority of these entries happen to fucking Squidward. It's kind of funny. There's this one where this one's a long one. No, that's for when SpongeBob got a splinter in his thumb.
That's another gross
thing. Yeah, jeez. Damn, I just saw it and I had to go away because it was kind of crazy. Oh, here we go. In Code Yellow, SpongeBob performs a messy surgery on Squidward. We see how SpongeBob accidentally makes Squidward bleed ink by touching him, then proceeds to take out his heart, only to accidentally dismember Squidward to the point of decapitating him with a handsaw, although his head is later transplanted to another body after that.
That's pretty bad. Also, Squidward's like toenail incident in one episode where they rip it off.
Don't mind me. In sports, Squidward tackle. Oh, this happens to SpongeBob. Squidward makes Patrick slice SpongeBob in half, and we can see his brain, ribcage, and intestines clearly. After this, they're like, ooh. Ugh. The one in Naughty Nautical Neighbors where Squidward chokes on a fork.
That's not bad though.
Have you choked on a fork?
I haven't choked on a fork, but like he gets like, it's like that was like cartoon violence because he like has like the KO on his eyes. He just becomes blue.
Mm.
It wasn't like graphic. It's also a fork. You can see like the outline of the fork in his throat.
And Enchanted Tiki Dreams, at the beginning, SpongeBob and Patrick are caught up in their game they created, and Patrick jumps on Squidward's head, breaking his neck, with SpongeBob stepping on his barely intact neck, causing his head to fall off.
These descriptions, in my head, I'm making them a lot more gruesome in my brain because I can't remember.
Of course, like it's cartoony, so like it's not anything crazy, but
it's still bad.
It was that one episode in Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 4 where SpongeBob shoots Squidward with Mermaid Man's belt, making him undergo painful transformations, among them getting set on fire, losing all of his skin, and getting cut in half. Later, SpongeBob shrinks every citizen of Bikini Bottom. They get their revenge on him by invading his body, because, he has holes in his skin, and crushing him from the inside. This includes breaking his bones, destroying his kidneys, punching out his eyes and brain, and one fish sawing a blood vessel in half.
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny?
I do remember that episode, but I don't remember that episode being like that bad though. Also, SpongeBob deserved it.
Yeah.
He shrunk everyone and he stole a belt.
In Sandman Cometh, Patrick bashes Squidward in the head with a lead pipe. I mean, that's pretty funny.
That's not that bad.
That's not that bad. In Delivery to Monster Island, Plankton gets his eyeball impaled on a spike and his entire body ripped in half.
What?
What the fuck is this? Delivery to Monster Island. I don't think it's that bad, but oh god, what the fuck? In this episode, SpongeBob and Plankton must work together to survive an island of deadly monsters.
I'm looking at this episode right now as you say that. Yeah, this is one of those episodes I've never seen before. Why do these concept arts for these monsters look gnarly? Look at this. This is one of their concept arts for the
I can
monsters.
see it. I think I'm on the same thing. Yeah, that's fucking wild.
That's so cool. This is like a Cuphead boss right here. What the fuck? This is cool looking.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's like a Cuphead boss right there. These are some cool looking monsters. Whoever was on the art team for this episode was kind of cooking.
Paylonian. Oh, Adam Paylonian had a lot of fun doing freelance storyboards for this episode, getting to design a ton of creatures and a whole collection of monsters.
Good for him. Good for him. That's cool. I like that. That's awesome.
Jesus. But apparently, at some point in this episode, Plankton gets his eye plucked out.
Oh, I didn't know it was Plankton.
Yeah, it's Plankton.
That's worse, actually. That makes me
Yeah,
think of that one video on YouTube. We gotta get SpongeBob back, where Plankton just stabs his eye with a thumbtack.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Do you know that? Do you know that video?
No, I don't think I do.
Go watch it as I explain more stuff. It's like 5 minutes. It's like 2 minutes or like 1 minute. It's not. It's not long. It's like a fucking shit video. Fucking
We
weird.
have to go get SpongeBob back.
Yeah. Oh, gotta get SpongeBob back. Yeah, gotta get SpongeBob back. There's a third one? I saw one of them was like 3.
What the fuck is this?
It's by Joe, the guy who made the talking dog thing.
Oh, the fucking talking dog of wisdom?
Yeah, he made that. Anyways, as you go look at that. Squidward's cool. I like Squidward. I'm Squidward. A lot of people love to say that growing up they relate to SpongeBob and then they relate to Squidward afterwards. I'm gonna be honest. I think people who say that now fake as fuck people. Because Squidward is like very very basic that his emotions of not liking work are so generic that it's such a everyone can relate to that feeling that saying people, oh, I relate to Squidward. No shit. Because Squidward just hates his job. That's it. It's the only thing people find him relatable. If someone says they find Squidward relatable, I don't think they're going to be a fun person to be around because that means they're grumpy and an annoying person. Because Squidward is like annoying person. He is very grumpy and he's an egotist. I'm not saying he's not a good person. He's definitely a good person. I like Squidward, but I'm just saying that like there's a lot more to him, and I feel like people when they say they relate to Squidward are only talking about that I hate work aspect of him. So I'm just saying that, you know, red flag. I'm just kidding, but I'm just saying it's like you can pick a lot more interesting things to relate to. I relate to Patrick because I'm an idiot sometimes. And I'm also just not thinking clearly. I literally said great white shark earlier in this episode, but I'm trying to think of a whale.
Moby Dick.
Yeah, Moby Dick, because Moby Dick's a whale. But yeah. Also, I got Squidward's autograph. So
what do you mean?
I got the actual voice actor of Squidward to sign something of mine.
What is it?
My copy of Battle for Bikini Bottom. So yeah. I got Roger Bumpass. Is that the voice actor for Squidward? He looks so different in this picture than I thought he looked like.
He didn't get Squidward's autograph. He just got some random guy.
You know, I generally do want to go look because I don't remember seeing Roger on my thing. But I believe that it's Squidward, because it has to be Squidward. I think it is Bumpass, Roger Bumpass, but I just don't remember that being Squidward.
Are sure you're just not crazy?
No, it's Roger. Okay, this photo of Roger I remember. I don't remember him having this crazy beard. He had a beard in the photo I looked at. I don't remember him having a beard like that.
Well, can a guy just not have a beard, dog?
You know what's probably throwing me off is I don't think he wrote down Roger Bumpass in his autograph. I think he put down Squidward Tentacles.
That's pretty funny.
But he also misspelled my name. But then my sister tried to defend it by saying that's something Squidward would do, and I was like, okay. And now I think about Squidward's tennis balls, and I'm like, yeah, he probably would misspell my name on purpose. Because my sister got the autograph for me because I couldn't go. She went to a con, and then apparently
Mm,
Squidward's voice actor was there. She took my Xbox 360 cover and case cover and disc of Battle for Bikini Bottom, and
yeah.
she got it signed for me.
Not good for you.
She also met, I think, at that same con, she met Etika.
Who?
Etika.
Who?
Etika,
Bitch, if I say who, I don't know who that is.
well, he's dead, so.
Was he that Smash Bros guy?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I was gonna say, it's like, you have to know Etika, but at the same time, you just said who, and I'm like, you must have misheard me.
No, I just genuinely, that name did not click anything in my head. I did not know that was that guy's name.
Yeah, my
Never watched
sister
any of
met
his
him.
stuff.
I seen clips.
Mm-mm.
I don't think I fully watched the I saw his streams and like highlights of him going to the dark web, which I thought was fun to watch.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah, yeah. Got Patrick Starr. I mean, Patrick. Yeah, he has no middle name. Just Patrick Starr. Huh,
Yeah,
really?
Patrick Star.
They never gave him a middle name after all these years. Still ongoing.
I mean, not everyone has a middle name.
True. I guess.
Some people are just bums and they only have two names.
I guess I just Okay.
Yeah, get on my level, whore.
You have like 8 names. I don't want to hear it from you.
Divide that by 2 and you'll be right. Anyway.
Well, we can relate on that because we have the same amount of names.
Yeah, exactly. These other people are bums, dog.
Yeah, we have 4 names. You guys
Because you're
don't.
Trevor Frederick Bones, you know?
It's not my middle name. By that standard, that means I have 5 names.
Well, there you go. You rise above the rest, you know?
Patrick Starr, voiced by Bill Faberbaki or Fagerbapi. Don't take that out of context, by the way. I know immediately the words I spoken, and it was not meant to be taken as that.
Taking as what, dog? Please, explain. I don't think
I think it's
what you're thinking.
I think it's Fagerbaki.
Oh, okay.
You see what I mean by the last name?
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Well, ain't that a bitch?
Yeah. Well, that's his last name. I think it's Fagerbaki. I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Although the way I said that, if you clip it out of context, it does sound bad. I think that's how it's spelt. It's spelt like that. William Mark Bill. Oh, so his name is Oh, I guess, yeah, Bill is short for William. Voices Patrick, very good guy. Patrick Starr, very funny, very stupid. Love him. He has his own spinoff, which is weird. I don't like the spinoff. That spinoff sucks.
You say.
Also, Steven Hillenburg didn't want spinoffs to be made, and then he died, and then made spinoffs like buttloads after his death. So I think that's hella disrespectful from Nickelodeon.
They only made 2, dog.
That's still disrespectful as fuck. They made the Camp Coral show and then the Patrick Starr show. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think Patrick good enough for a spinoff. Patrick is kind of like Patrick is like a joke character. So having him have a spinoff is like already hard. That's like having Quagmire have a spinoff. Quagmire is like a joke character where he makes the jokes. Having a show about a character that makes the jokes is not good.
Well, say that to the 80 other shows that do that.
Like what?
Wasn't Friends one that did that too?
I don't know.
Or one
Friends
of the characters
like
got his
that.
own spin-off.
I know
there's a bunch of examples of like sitcoms just letting their joke character who got super popular have his own show.
That's because like they realized that they were the ones bringing in the money, so they thought if we just give this person the audience, that they will give a show. Honestly, that kind of works for most live actions because like kind of watching it for the person. Cartoons is in a different category, I feel like.
What, you're saying you didn't like Planet Sheen?
That sucked.
Oh, well, he's not Planet Sheen connoisseur
Planet
like
Sheen
you or myself.
sucked. They couldn't even reference the actual like Jimmy Neutron for some reason. I'm assuming because of copyright. They always like danced around referencing Jimmy Neutron. Also, like, I'm gonna be honest, who asked for Planet Sheen? I'm
Clearly,
not.
the people who wanted more Jimmy Neutron, obviously.
Yeah, but I don't think they wanted him. They wanted Jimmy Neutron.
Fuck, I think they were honestly just taking a Carl Weezer thing as well. I mean, honestly, who knows? But like, yeah.
Like Sheen is not my number one idea pick for. He's not even like the first person I think of when I think of Jimmy Neutron. I think of Carl Weezer second.
I think of Jimmy's dad second.
Oh yeah, Jimmy's dad's good too though.
You lifting free weights, son?
Mhm.
I didn't know you guys were that strapped for cash. You
I
take a check?
I love that clip. This power bill is outrageous, and I'm not paying these ridiculous prices. The power for the whole bill, like town goes. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you guys were strapped for cash. Mind if I take a check?"
God, I did not remember the dad being that funny when I first watched the show like a gajillion years ago. But like I keep seeing like random ass clips of him. I'm like, damn, he really was carrying that shit. That's crazy.
Should we just watch Jimmy Neutron as a group again? I would love to. Jimmy Neutron had some bangers.
We all do things in the what the fuck was it? We all do things in more passion, Jimbo.
In the movie, like in the Jimmy Neutron movie, he straight up makes a joke that he's like sat on a banana and that changed his life. Actual quote. In front of his wife and kid. He says that. He's like, I stepped
Hey,
on a banana.
maybe his wife's pegging him or something. You know, you can't judge a man. Things that
Hi,
him and his wife do.
Neutron. That's fucking weird. I respect Jimbo though. Jimmy's dad, Hugh, he was a Hugh Neutron.
Hugh Neutron.
He's funny. I like him. Anyways, back on SpongeBob. I wish SpongeBob had funny parents.
Back on track.
Back on track. SpongeBob doesn't have any funny parents, sadly. He just has parents. Why is there spoilers ahead on this article? It's Patrick. Who cares about spoilers in SpongeBob?
Trevor was then opened the truth and learned everything there is to know about SpongeBob after he looked past that spoiler warning.
Oh! Apparently, Patrick's eyes keeps color, like his eye color always changes.
Doesn't he just have black dots?
He does have black dots, but when they decide to give him like irises, they change. Honestly, like when he's like
irises.
Yeah, apparently. Like supposedly when they're looking at the map in that one episode, he has blue eyes, but then when he's scared of this butterfly,
no.
He has green eyes.
What the fuck? No, those blue eyes are SpongeBob. He has white eyes.
No, look, huh? He does have white eyes in this. What the fuck? I guess his eye color, other than the black dots, is olive green. So Patrick has green eyes. Although this baby photo of him has purple eyes.
Yeah, but your eye color changes whenever you're a baby to a person, you know?
I guess his eye color changes drastically in those young years because they became blue as a baby.
Yeah, it's when it was transitioning, so it went from purple to blue to green.
The official one of the third movie for SpongeBob has brown eyes. But like that's kind of weird realism because it's supposed to be like black dots, but they decide to add like depth to his black dots, which are brown eyes.
Huh. Yeah, I can't defend that.
And then, of course, in the Patrick Star show, his eye color changes drastically to brown eyes, to gold, to blue, to gray, to dark brown. Apparently, in Sonic Crossworlds, because SpongeBob and Patrick are in Sonic Crossworlds as drivers. Patrick's in that? I thought it was just SpongeBob. Patrick's a driver in SpongeBob in Sonic Crossworlds.
Oh no, never played it.
Never played it.
You know how I feel about Sonic.
I don't care for Sonic. There's like maybe one DLC in that game that would make me buy it, but other than that, no. Did you know Elon Gavlon is in Sonic Crossroads?
Why the fuck is in Sonic Crossroads?
Yeah, you could play as the girls driving cars. I'm not making that up. That was real. Same thing with Godzilla. But Godzilla's a stage. He's not a driver.
Get the fuck out of my office.
Anyways, Patrick's cool. I like him. I actually have his pants as swim trunks. because like I'm repping for the team. Patrick's cool. He is an idiot,
Mm.
but I do like how he's also like not fully an idiot. Patrick is a good friend, unless you get to those mid seasons where he's like a jerk. I do love his parents too.
Why?
What was like the hold on like the episode with his parents? I'm trying to remember what the fake names were. He's like Janet, Harold, and then they're like, oh, we forgot we don't have kids. And then his actual parents show up, and he's like, hi, Patrick. Do you think his parents are just as dumb as him?
His actual parents? I mean, they're in this new show, no? So I assume, yeah, probably.
Is his actual parents in the new show? Because like his actual parents look like Patrick, but in the new show, his siblings are all different creatures.
They're adopted.
But like you see his parents in like the first, like their second season.
Retconned.
Retcon my ass. I don't care. This is a spinoff. This shit shouldn't have existed anyways. These are Patrick's parents. I like how Patrick's dad is wearing the exact same pants. It's like father, like son.
Yeah, but like that's not how it
And they reference it multiple times that these are his parents in other episodes in the actual show. I don't know about in the spinoff though. I have to go look at the spinoff to see if they kept the same parents. They didn't!
Uh-huh. Huh?
These are completely different characters.
Huh?
This is Patrick's a new dad. Which is Cecil Star.
Cecil.
And then Patrick's mom. What's her name? Bunny. Bunny?
Mm.
I don't like these guys. These people suck.
Well, okay. Dang, you gotta be so rude. Okay?
Bring back. I gotta go look at them. Where is it? What's their actual names? Bring back Herb and Margaret Star. He gets a what? I don't know. SpongeBob like newer stuff is like weird to me because they retcon like everything. I gotta like close all these fucking tabs. Also, I forgot to mention for Sandy, but Sandy did get a movie on her own. Same thing with Plankton. I never watched the Plankton one though. I heard the Plankton one was actually not bad. Sandy had a movie. I watched that. That was complete dog shit.
Damn.
Holy fuck, that movie sucked. I'm glad I illegally.
You what?
What? I didn't finish that thought. No, this movie sucked. I'm gonna send you this. I'm gonna show. Okay. This is the main villain for the Sandy Cheeks movie. Okay. I don't know anything about like the actress of her. She doesn't look bad. This is what makes it like bad for me. Is like they do this like flashback to why she's a villain. Dead ass, and I'm not making this up. Real shots from the movie. They didn't get like a kid actor. They just copied and pasted her fucking face in a green screen over a child's body. You want to know something worse? Her normal human body, she apparently dies. Her backstory, she got killed. So like when it's revealed, you're like, what? And then like underneath her lab coat is this with that same green screen head.
Is that a fish? What am I looking at?
I don't know. Also, they show like Sandy's parents in this movie, and I think it's ass because Sandy's parents are apparently like rodeo show, like carnival show parent people, and she has like a bunch. Eh, Take one look at this, and I feel like this is where the spirit of like Steven Hillenberg's ideal dies.
Oh, is this the one where I said the mom looked milky? Yeah, that's right.
You did say that.
I did say that. Didn't watch the movie. I just saw you guys talking about it, and you put one in there. I was like, why is this girl so milky? But looking back on this, I don't know what the fuck other me was smoking when he said that. I don't feel that. I don't see the vision.
Probably like Plankton has a movie too. It's about Karen. I don't know.
Maybe it's about Karen, how he made her, like
I
their
think
relationship
I
together.
think it's just the relationship during that movie. It's like them. I just know it follows
Oh.
Karen as well. I don't know. I don't really know. Also, the stupid pug and this it made me laugh because it was unexpected. But this pug is also like has a scene or two in this fucking Sandy Cheeks movie.
Mm.
Let me see if I can find it, like a screenshot of it. Please, 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 please tell me I could find it. Okay, I'm not seeing it, but this pug is also fucking stupid. This dog's chasing them, and randomly they get on top of like a high ground, and they go on a glider and they fly away, and then they like we got away, and they look back, and the pug has a glider too, but it's like a live action pug, such as a actual pug. It made me laugh because it was unexpected, but it was like the only time I actually laughed during this entire film because it was a bad movie. It's a Plankton movie. I don't know. Even the newest SpongeBob movie about Flying Dutchman, don't know anything about it. I don't even want to watch it because, first of all, hearing Ice Spice sing "Big Guy" is not a pleasurable
Big guy.
song to listen to while watching SpongeBob.
Interesting.
Do you even know the lyrics to "Big Guy"?
No, not at all. Don't look at me.
I'll read you the lyrics.
I don't need you to.
No, dead ass. Other than saying "Big Guy" and then SpongeBob "Big Guy Pants Okay," SpongeBob "Big Guy Pants Okay." I'm like, what? I ain't a jellyfish, but I'm a catch.
Oh, because he catches jellyfish. Oh.
Feel like that fish, so I'm pumping my chest. I blow bubbles so big like Mrs. Puff. I be locked in like, no, this isn't luck. Eating fancy like, no, this isn't chum. None of this rhymes!
That doesn't even rhyme.
With my bestie, like everything fun. Ice Spice, I don't want to be knowing this.
Ooh.
Tight fit, square hips. Doing a dance in my big guy pants. The baddest, the top of the list I am. All of my pearls, they came fresh out a clam. Yikes. Further, I love how Genius has like these little things. And like I went to the Mrs. Puff blowing bubbles, and it says, furthermore, it's a sexual contrast of blowjobs, which is also related to how Mrs. Puff blows up like a bubble. Ice Spice, why did they hire you to write this? Why is SpongeBob getting sexual themed songs? I thought the only time this will ever happen was that Burger King ad. Which, if you don't know, Burger King had a weird ad to promote SpongeBob toys, and it was like what was it? What's that name of that song?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like I like big butts and I cannot lie, but it was I like square butts. I cannot lie, and he had like a ruler to measure the girls that are dressed up as SpongeBob twerking their asses, but they had square asses. Mr. King Burger himself was ruling out these girls on stage to promote their SpongeBob toys for their kids' meals.
He's
Anyways, I'm gonna now get into the category of like kind of like one-off-ish characters, kind of not really one-off-ish characters, but like characters that like don't get screen time at all, or deserve more screen time, or just okay. Like Gary the Snail. Gary has like a bunch of good, interesting episodes. SpongeBob's pet. What are these names? Gerard, Jareth, Gary, Wilson Jr. Also frequently called as Gare Bear.
Gare Bear.
Gare Bear. What is that full name? Gary's funny. I like Gary. I also, it just falls into one of those like cartoon tropes that I love, that like Gary just says meow and SpongeBob's like, yes, I know Gary, like just as a conversation, but you just don't know what Gary's saying. It's like one of those tropes that is kind of cute, that I like, that cartoons or shows do. Another example that is relevant to us is I Am Groot. Groot himself is just I'm Groot, and everyone knows what he's talking about. And there's a bunch of other examples of that, of like something just saying one thing and someone just immediately knows what they're talking about. Gary made me cry as a kid because of Gary Come Home. Not the episode, the Flash game on the Nickelodeon website.
There was a Flash game?
Yeah, and I couldn't find Gary. And they bring up playing the sad song with SpongeBob crying, looking at an empty cage and the game over screen. That shit made me cry when I was like 2.
Oh.
That shit was devastating. I couldn't find Gary.
To this day, he never found Gary.
Yeah, I don't even know if that website still exists with that Flash game. Probably not. You can probably find an archive website, but also weirdly enough, there was a Halloween episode where everyone becomes Gary. I was a teenage Gary, which actually started. That very episode's only famous not because of it was good, but because it has the biggest widespread misremembered scene that people are so quick to believe that existed but never existed, which is the transformation scene of Squidward becoming Gary. There's people out that wholeheartedly believe that Squidward, you see Squidward becoming Gary, or becoming like a Gary creature. I'm in the bunch that don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think that episode aired often on TV, so I don't think I've seen that one as often. So I can't. I'm not in the bunch that believes in this conspiracy thought. But god damn it, I do like me a good conspiracy theory. Hell, even good theories in general, like Squilliam. Squilliam is a good character that shows up once or twice. Squidward's rival. Rich Squilliam, fancy son Rich, always outshines Squidward. Very handsome, surprisingly. The theory that Alex Bale, the one and only God, made, saying that Squidward and Squilliam dated.
One and only God is crazy. He had a bunch of crazy ass fucking theories.
His theories are
sure
like,
that guy.
Honestly,
with enough time, that guy can gaslight me to believe anything. Quite honestly.
I remember I was watching all of those SpongeBob theories. That shit was actually kind of crazy.
God, I've been keeping up with his new ones too. I think his most recent one was like how Darius a Wimpy Kid is not actually being written by the fucking kid, it's being written by the dad.
What?
Because of like that's sidetrack, right? Because no, just go watch the fucking video. No, go watch the video if you guys are interested. Look it up.
Yeah, watch Alex's Bales. If you haven't seen the SpongeBob theories, I do recommend watching them in order.
Those are pretty good. Yeah,
those are so good. Watch them in order.
So good.
Watch them in order because they do like have like a story.
They do have lore.
They have lore
in there.
They all connect. But I remember watching these and I was like, I was actually bewildered because I watched the Squilliam Son one, and then randomly it was a good gaslit. It was so goodly put together that I was actually like sitting there like, I could believe this as an actual like story as Squidward and Squilliam dated, because it has so much good evidence. He actually makes so much good evidence and points. It's actually crazy. William should show up more. He doesn't. Larry the Lobster, once again, doesn't really show up as much. He's only showing up when he's at Goo Lagoon, which makes sense because he's a beach guy, gym guy. Doesn't show up at all, really. Mrs. Puff, only there for boating school. For some reason, she has a lot of
Obviously.
weird lore. She has a lot of weird lore.
She does have a lot of weird lore.
We've seen the Alex Bale video, but even like taking the theories out of it, she just has a lot of weird stuff in her stuff. She's a convicted felon. She has an anchor monitor. She, like, she's like, very weird. She has a painting of herself entering her own house, and the painting within a painting within a painting.
Okay, but that's kind of heat, though.
That is heat, though. That's pretty gas. Karen, the computer, Plankton's computer wife, which, funny enough, the voice actress for Karen is actually married to Tom Kenny.
Crazy?
So it's kind of funny. So I just thought that throw that out there. I like Karen a lot. Karen's cool. I like Karen, the computer wife, sassy, always against kind of butting heads with Plankton.
Yeah, because he'd be doing some weird shit sometimes, dog.
Yeah, Plankton be doing weird stuff. But so to be Mr. Krabs with the one episode where he was making Plankton terrified of his daughter because of the idea that whales do eat plankton, and he was trying to traumatize Plankton to be isolated to himself inside of the chum bucket, seeing no one inside the outside world.
That's kind of funny, though.
I wouldn't say that was funny because you actually see fully, like, it's fucking weird episode. Speaking of Pearl, Mr. Krabs' daughter.
Duder.
Duter.
She's his duder.
Kind of a weird character, honestly, because she kind of just exists for like an episode plot. She just shows up randomly.
Mean,
I don't know. She just kind of shows up. She's the only character that I'm like, that's weird. I would like to see more screen time with her, but then I don't. Modern episodes are probably giving her justice, but I kind of don't really care for that anymore. And those are like all the characters that do show multiple times that are consistent. Now, modern episodes of SpongeBob kind of loves bringing back up. Oh, I forgot Merman and Barnacle Boy. How could I forget Merman and Barnacle Boy?
Damn, that's crazy.
Cool. I like them. I like how they're just basically Aquaman.
Yes.
Is Barnacle Boy based on anything in DC?
I mean, I could assume he's just based off the idea of like a sidekick, so like Robin or Aqualad or whatever.
I could assume so too. I do like their villains, the made up villains that never show up, like the Dirty Bubble and Man Ray.
The Dirty Bubble.
The Dirty Bubble. And amazingly enough, and on modern episode, which this is what I do like. I like seeing this. They had like an episode of all the villains getting together, and you do see them, and then some repeat characters, which is something I'll get into later. But they have Prawn, which is from Battle for Bikini Bottom, the game. Because that's
do they?
Yeah, they have Prawn actually animated there with his gigantic fucking weird like horn thing above his head. It's cool to see original video game characters show up in like the actual episode. Which is cool. But yeah, the villains are kind of like sidetracked. Merman and Barnacle Boy are in their retirement, which I think is kind of funny that they're just in retirement and they're just not doing anything.
I mean, what the fuck do you want to do? There's not a lot of crime in Bikini Bottom.
You know, I like to think of it like this. They're in retirement, but like look at Bikini Bottom and think about it. Do you think that like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy at their youth, they like did such a good job that they actually lowered crime rates and so they were able to retire? There's no more supervillains running around.
Yeah, because for the most part, their villains just kind of on the DL now and don't do anything.
I wonder what Bikini Bottom was when they were young. You think it would be like a underwater Gotham City?
What?
Like you're chilling and then it's like, oh my god, Dirty Bubble just destroyed the bank, and then like you see like the Mermaid Man come out. He's like, oh, Mermaid Man, and he like saves the day, and it's like, oh, okay, that's just another Tuesday for me. But now Bikini Bottom's stale.
The idea of them just beating out the crime reminds me of this one like animated. It was like an anime. I'm pretty sure I told you it was like an anime Christmas special of like Batman and shit. And like he was gonna have Damian Wayne, so he just cleans up all the crime in Gotham so like hard and viciously that it's crime free for like 8 years.
What?
honestly, not that bad of an animated like movie.
I might have
Honestly,
seen that. I
it
might have seen that actually. I might know what you're talking about.
wasn't that bad of a movie. Could have been better, but like honestly, not that bad. I just find like that to be a very funny concept that he just locked in just one night and was like, you know what? Fuck it, let me just stop crime.
Sadly, I will mention to bring the mood down. The voice actor for Mermaid Man did pass away.
Oh shit, did not.
That was a while ago. And what I like is for some, which is nice that Nickelodeon finally decides to respect boundaries, is that they just don't have the characters anymore in the episodes. They just don't even recast them. They don't show up anymore. And also because of this, the voice actor for Barnacle Boy actually did also take a vow saying that he won't voice Barnacle Boy without his comrade Mermaid Man.
They didn't do like a funeral episode or something.
I don't think so. No, I think they just
like a send off episode, just kind
no.
of like a one
I don't
last
think so.
like.
They might have done like a in memory and like the end of an episode or something, but from my memory, no.
Huh.
They just kind of just moved on. They just didn't care to show it. But they also respected the wishes of Barnacle Boy and Mermaid Man by not showing them ever again.
Yeah, he even done like a.
It could have, but this is Nickelodeon.
Like a episode. What was it? A bottle episode where they just do a clip show and then like, they're at funeral or something and they move on.
Ghost. This is Nickelodeon. They had
no shit. I guess
Schneider or whatever his name is for iCarly, and that guy was actually a predator.
Okay, well, yeah.
I don't think Nickelodeon has a good amount of security or care.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Anyways, back to like very minor stuff. We have Bubble Bass, who is showing up frequently in newer episodes and with an actual character. I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest. Bubble Bass shows up in the beginning seasons as a guy who just ate like a sandwich and then he was hiding the pickles to get the meal for free, and then they call him out. And now his character arc is like a comic book guy kind of character trope where he's like a nerd. I don't know if I really like it. It makes sense for his character, but I feel like it's such an obvious thing to make sense for that I wish it was more creative. I kind of wish he was like a food like taster or like or what's it called? A food critic. I kind of wish he was a food critic. Making him like because he's big and overweight, a comic book guy character, like just a nerd. I feel like that's just like such an easy trope to make for like his body type and character. I feel like you could have made him a food critic. I think that makes him interesting. And it makes him his rival towards SpongeBob like actually makes sense. Because in the episode they have like a heated rivalry. But now in the episodes he's just kind of like a guy. And I feel like that's kind of boring. Doodle Bob. I love Doodle Bob. He definitely gets brought up more than once, I think, or just maybe he has another episode or something. Doodle Bob's cool. Drawing that just comes to life. Technically, I don't know how he comes back because SpongeBob straight up frames him on the wall. He got shoved in a book, and then it's just a drawing of SpongeBob, and then the frown becomes a smile because Doodle Bob's finally where he belongs on paper. And I kind of, even though the show doesn't have like story continuity or anything, I kind of wish that going forward, if you saw SpongeBob's house, there was always just a piece of paper of SpongeBob just on the wall, which was supposed to be like Doodle Bob. I would have loved that, but the show isn't like that. Bubble Buddy, who shows up more than once, like definitely more than once. Who doesn't like Bubble Buddy? Wait. I think of like I'm trying to rattle off like other characters are like in that same vein of just like they show up once and then they kind of disappear forever. But then like the new more modern episodes bring them back. I don't think they brought back Kevin the cucumber. He might still be gone. King Neptune, not the one from the movie, but the actual god.
From the one Patrick versus SpongeBob episode?
Patrick versus SpongeBob episode.
That wasn't that episode.
You're thinking of the Olympic
I'm thinking of two separate episodes. Ignore me.
You're thinking about when like, he's like, my name's not Rick. No, King Neptune, where SpongeBob like pulls out the spatula and he's worthy, and then King Neptune shows up to send him to Olympus. By the way, yeah, he got offered to go to Olympus with the gods. SpongeBob SquarePants. And does he denied? So SpongeBob's having a Hercules storyline. Not really, but like I just think of Hercules from like the Disney movie where he was offered the throne of the gods, but he decides to stay. But in actual Greek, he guy goes there anyways. I think when he dies and becomes a god. Greek mythology is
Wait.
weird.
Oh, if he's Neptune, he's Roman.
He says Olympus in the episode.
It's still called that in Roman.
Is it really called that? I thought it would be called something different.
I'm pretty sure it's still Olympus.
In Roman? Well, what's like the massive difference between Roman mythology other than name changing? I thought Roman and Greek mythology were pretty much...
Minor lore changes. I know they really hate fucking Athena in Roman one.
Really? That is interesting.
Yeah, so they
I don't know much about Roman.
her of minor thing. So the Romans see themselves as descendants of some of the Trojan guys, right? And because the Trojan guys really loved Ares, and Ares was their dude, and the opposite of the coin, the Greeks at the time were getting help from Athena, because Athena was also the other god of war, but more like strategic war, right? Because Athena helped the Greeks defeat the Trojans, and the Romans, some of them, saw themselves as the descendants of said Trojans, and also a couple things here or there. They just kind of like strip Athena of being the second god of war and made that another totally original female Roman goddess, the other god of war, and just made her the god of arts and crafts. With none of the extra shit that she does. They also like really hate Odysseus, and so they alter his tale too to make him more conniving and shit.
Crazy.
And a couple other changes here and there they do in order to kind of push some of their agendas,
Interesting.
You get it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's also Olympus. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, King Neptune offered SpongeBob Olympus, so Roman-ish. SpongeBob was offered, like, I don't know, godship, I guess. I don't know what it's like in Roman though, so that could be like whatever the fuck. Anyways.
Yeah.
Kelp Forest, Rock Bottom. Rock Bottom's such a good episode.
Fucking rock bottom. Rock bottom.
Rock Bottom.
Rock.
Yeah, are we good? We got out of our system to say Rock Bottom. I do like how King Neptune showed up like 3 times, by the way, in SpongeBob as 3 different people. The king, the god, and the fake. I never watched the 3rd SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run, though, so I don't know what that gambling casino Neptune's all about.
I didn't watch either, but from what I get from it, it's like I think he's a fake or something.
Yeah, he has like he's just running a casino.
Yeah.
I like the king though. I like the king a lot. I like the SpongeBob movie. I also, just like it.
Yeah, I noticed.
The video games of SpongeBob are pretty good. I can embezzle you with all the knowledge of the games because I know a lot of them. They, for some reason, love painting SpongeBob as a superhero. Even though, like, SpongeBob is never shown to be, like, a superhero person except for in the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episodes. Like, Battle for Bikini Bottom. He's the one stopping Plankton's evil plan of robots. That went against Plankton because Plankton's an idiot. The SpongeBob movie, which is, in general, SpongeBob's a hero in that movie anyways. The Nicktoons games, which is SpongeBob is always depicted. It's crazy when you look at the Nicktoons games and see how they slowly drift from saying Nicktoons to just saying SpongeBob Nicktoons. I'm not making that up. Like, I think the most recent Nicktoons games of that series, it's called SpongeBob Globs of Doom. With Nicktoons.
With Nicktoons.
I love how the Nicktoons also kind of like push this weird like ship that Danny and SpongeBob like each other because of they're always paired together in those games usually.
Oh, they're buds?
Yeah, they're friends. So people like shipping them for some reason. And I'm gonna be honest, those are probably like, other than Jimmy Neutron, those are like the best Nickelodeon shows on there, on the show or on the platform. Danny Phantom and
Mm.
SpongeBob and Jimmy Neutron. Like, come on. Fairy Odd Parents is okay. I want to say it's the best one though out of the four that I listed, or the three I just listed. And
Interesting.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Anyways, what's your favorite episode of SpongeBob?
Never. I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, well, fuck you then.
Yeah. Well. But what do you mean? I'm like not the SpongeBob guy. I mean, like I don't.
You don't
I
even
don't
have
know.
like an episode that you thought was good.
Not off the top of my head. I'm sure the people down below in the comments would and tell me how much of a dumbass I am. But like,
I don't want to say all that. There's, hate you.
what?
What? My favorite episode is Doodle Bob, Frankendoodle.
Hmm.
I like Doodle Bob. That's probably like, if I had to pick, that would be like my favorite episode. Everyone loves Band Geeks though, for understandable reason. Band Geeks is another amazing episode. They actually cucked the Super Bowl, cucked SpongeBob, which is crazy to me, because they could have actually, they had SpongeBob actually host the Super Bowl, and they actually had him with the Super Bowl band from the Band Geeks episode with like the stuff. And he was like, I think Squidward was like a hold on and a two, but they don't, and they got the band that plays the song that they sing, but they don't sing at all. Sweet Victory.
Oh.
They were like so close to actually doing it that year, but they never did it. I don't know why they screw up. So close to perfection. So I just fucking love this random ass storyboard drawing I saw on looking it up.
Sandy whips out the trunk. Why does she have such an evil smile? She's not going to do good things because with that smile on.
They were fighting in the episode. They fought each other. Everyone fought each other. And these are a bunch of ugly looking fish.
Crazy.
um, I do like how I think it's very pointed out. At some point, SpongeBob stopped being a show about underwater life and then started just becoming just a cartoon. Because in the very early SpongeBob's, they were, like, all the stuff was like at least still they're like directed from marine biology, but at some point that gets dropped.
Mm.
Like a lot of the stuff was like, even the movie, like it's like there's an angler fish that's like actually a trap that they almost get killed by. And like they went to like what, like the dead parts of the ocean where everything is just dead coral. But then at some point in modern episodes, they just have a bunch of wacky stuff that doesn't relate at all to the underwater sea. Kind of upsetting, I can't lie. Very truthfully, sadly upsetting. But I think that's pretty much all I can think of for Lee SpongeBob and Lee Patrick in crew. I mean, there's like a bunch of SpongeBob like shorts and episodes, like like SpongeBob and the what the fuck is this? Nicktoons Battle?
What?
Can I not? Can I play this on YouTube? Nickelodeon's Battle Short. Let me mute this. Oh, this is
He's
not
muting
as
that,
cool
guys.
as this is not as cool as I thought it was. The animated, it's not animated cool, but apparently it's Patrick and a bunch of other Nicktoons, and they all fight each other. Mainly the Rugrats. Why is he fighting a bunch of babies? There's a bunch of babies here. There's a bunch of Rugrat characters. They're all fighting in like as the wiki says, a Dragon Ball Z-esque fight.
Oh.
I would not say that was Dragon Ball Z though. Very weird. Also, as of recent news, they actually rewrote one of the old episodes endings, which I thought was weird. There's an old episode of SpongeBob. What's it called? It's a Flying Dutchman episode, and like At the end of the episode, real life, like if you were there when it first aired, Patchy the pirate, which is Tom Kenny dressed up as a pirate, he's like, okay, kids, call up this number, and then you get to vote for which ending do you want. Patrick, Squidward, or SpongeBob's.
Okay, I can see where this is going.
And they had all three endings like storyboarded, and actually, like I think it's this one. They actually do have all three endings. I think you can watch them through like a DVD, like through the DVD special. Like you can actually in the specials or something. But the one that's just on air, like on TV, like rerunning, it's just SpongeBob's ending, which is for he wishes Flying Dutchman to be a vegetarian. They go home, but they actually turn into fruits, and then Dutchman is like going after them or something. But and then Plankton's Patrick's ending is he wishes for just a stick of gum.
So what exactly did they rewrite about it?
So for some reason, I don't know why, but they went back and then they redid all three endings. They just reanimated like three different endings. So SpongeBob's new ending is that he wished he couldn't eat them because he was too full, and it backfires because Flying Dutchman is thirsty and they all become like soda drinks or just drinks. Patrick's new ending is he keeps wishing for a new wish. And Squidward's new ending is he wishes for them to be at home. And he he wishes for he never met SpongeBob and Patrick. And then this is the wish happens. SpongeBob's like, oh hi, nice to meet you. I'm SpongeBob and this is my good friend Patrick. And Squidward's like, that is not what I meant. Which is actually a pretty good bit. I can't lie. That's actually funny. But I don't know why they decided to do that. I don't know the cause of that. They just kind of did that randomly. I just saw it on YouTube. Like they randomly like, yeah, we did this. Yeah, we rewrote this ending or endings. Also, I have this somewhere. I have this Kelpo box. I have this box of cereal. I actually ate Kelpo.
Yeah. Do you have a post about this?
I did post about this. It's on my YouTube post somewhere.
Yeah, his YouTube post, which you could look at if you go to his YouTube channel. See how his
I'm
YouTube
pretty confident I posted it. Let me scroll down my post. I might have not posted this. Who knows?
I feel like you did.
I had to.
I'm like 80% sure you might have. Yeah.
I had to have. I'm scrolling down. I ain't seen it, dog.
Shit. I guess we're both hallucinating that you made it. I'm a liar. The 20% of the times we misinform is right now.
Shit.
Or maybe, yeah.
No, I guess I just never made a post.
You never did it.
Oh no, I found it. I found it.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
It's not good.
Oh, for real?
It's like generically. It's one of those cereals where you need to put sugar in it, like actual. Get like a spoonful of sugar and dump it in.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And I don't like that, so I ate like a bowl, and that was it. And then I let it rot. Because like it kind of sucked. I need to put you on ball. We need to watch the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob.
Yeah, but like it's not my tea though. We did try, and my ass was not laughing while you guys were laughing.
See, I don't remember you not laughing, and I think now I understand why there's a universal like Ghost hates Bones is because I am now understanding it because I'm gonna have to kill you.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I would love to meet Tom Kenny someday. But I don't know if he ever goes to cons. He's also the voice of Spyro the Dragon, so I have more of a reason to love him. You say this, but he voices a bunch in Transformers too.
Oh, hold on.
I know he voices in Transformers.
Hold on. I gotta see this ball real quick.
He also is in Rick and Morty.
Tom Kenny. Yeah, everyone's in Rick and Morty.
He's the Ice King.
He doesn't voice anyone good though.
I don't know who he voices. I just know he's in Transformers.
Man, he's in the movies. He voices Skids and Wheelie. I can hear that now. God, that's not good. They're both black caricatures. Oh no, Wheelie is not, but Wheelie is bad. Wheelie's bad. He talks about humping legs, so that's not good. Skids is a black stereotype. And then he just plays Skids and Wheelie. Ah, that's sad. He didn't play anyone good.
Yikers.
He didn't play. Oh no, that's for Michael Bay. He actually does in Transformers animated Starscream. Never mind, he's great. That's a good one. Did he actually do Starscream? He did Isaac. Did he do Isaac? Tutorbot. He did too. Yeah, he did Tutorbot. Yeah, that's
For some reason, in a lot of the cartoons, he does Penguin.
He was the Burger Bot. I don't remember that.
He does the Penguin a lot in a lot of the cartoons.
I know he does the Penguin. I don't think I've watched Nanosec. He was Scrapper in what? Oh, an animated. He was Waspinator. Did he actually voice every single one of these? I gotta rewatch Transformers animated. I did not realize all of them sounded the same.
He's the mayor from Powerpuff Girls.
And you're falling Robots in the Skies, Night Strike. Oh, it's the one I didn't watch. I didn't watch that one on purpose. Damn.
There's also Plastic Man in all of these cartoons.
Wow.
No, Tom Kenny has Ball. Yeah, he voices a lot of nobodies.
In an interview with Double Toasted in late 2020, Kenny revealed that he was originally only cast as Wheelie before being hired as a placeholder for Skids, only to be ultimately kept by director Michael Bay in the final product, something that Kenny now admits to regretting. Yeah, because Skids was not a good character.
You say everyone's in Rick and Morty, but let me list off everyone that's in Rick and Morty that's kind of important. Mr. Jellybean, Squanch, Pencilvester, or Squanch, Pencilvester, Million Ants, one of the Slut Dragons.
Tom Kenny, what?
He's Gene, one of the random neighbors. Like, Tom Kenny voices a lot of the characters from Rick and Morty. There's also a lot in Wander Over Yonder. Or
Wander Over Yonder.
That's another good cartoon that I never fully watched. He's Professor X and Marvel Mashup Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Okay, you know what? Yeah, that makes sense. He's the Green Goblin as well in this. See, Tom Kenny knows Ball. Oh, and he's the voice of SpongeBob. Like, yeah, predominantly the voice of SpongeBob. Even voicing in like a Mad cartoon, and then he was, I don't know if it's Mad, because if that was a Mad cartoon, that's a pretty bad cartoon. He was voicing something. No, I'm not saying Mad was bad. I'm saying what he was doing in that clip was bad, and I don't think that would have been on Mad. Because it was like a political joke. And they made a reference that he had, like, SpongeBob had porn on his computer.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they told him not to do that anymore.
Yeah, they straight up said, you're not supposed, he's like, out of like, okay, you can't voice SpongeBob without our permission. He was like no longer able to do that anymore. And, you know, I thought that was kind of crazy that he did that without asking Nickelodeon if it was okay for them to play, if he was playing a SpongeBob in general. I guess he probably thought he was basically SpongeBob because, you know, Steven Hillenburg literally straight up made him SpongeBob before the show existed. I feel like that gives you some leeway. But, you know, guess Nickelodeon did not like that.
I mean, I think wrong.
What?
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 But yeah, no. Also, I think it's funny that like he's the voice of this robot from Jimmy Neutron, and that's like the robot everyone loves to point at for Spamton. So you could technically make an argument. A lot of people's headcanon's voice for Spamton is Tom Kenny. But that's Deltarune. You don't know that really. But yeah, Tom Kenny, the GOAT. I'm not sure about the other voice actors. I mean, other than, I know Mr. Krabs, Clancy Brown, but that's Clancy Brown. I'm not saying Tom Kenny is anything without SpongeBob, but like, I just know Clancy Brown a lot. more than any of the other voice actors in SpongeBob. Like I don't know what Bob Faberbaki
The builder
does,
does. Oh yeah. Of course.
or Squidward's voice actor. I don't know what they're in. Like no offense to them, I just don't know what they're in. Clancy Brown though, I know he's like Lex Luthor. Yeah, Clancy Brown. He looks so young and
Oh.
happy in this old photo.
Yeah. Well.
I love how he's also just as greedy as Mr. Krabs. Every time there's a game for SpongeBob and they want Mr. Krabs, like Clancy Brown straight up was all like, "Well, you're gonna pay me more, right?" He's General Krag from Invincible.
He played who?
General Krag or Craig
Oh, General Krieg.
or
Yeah.
Krieg. Wow, I did not know that about Clancy Brown. I just know he voices Lex Luthor and then Hank from Detroit Become Human. He's Surtur from Thor Ragnarok. That was Clancy Brown. He was
Yes.
Surtur. I did not catch that. I did not hear Clancy in that. Good guy. Good voice actor. I just know he's Lex Luthor in all these.
Oh, he was also Damien Darkblood, Craig, the Hunk, and Bryant in Invincible. Okay, really, you should only know like a couple of these. Krieg. He's Krieg and Damien Darkblood. That's the only like two you should really know. Yeah. Yeah, because the other three are throwaway characters.
He's Dr. Neocortex. I did not know that. From Crash Bandicoot. I did not know that was Clancy Brown. What? He's Dave? That's so funny out of context. He's a random fish, but this random fish is the guy that was like, "This is a Lord of Barnacles." I didn't know that's Clancy Brown. I thought that was a different guy. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know anyone else. I'm actually now interested. I want to see what Patrick's voice actor is in. Might as well just do this minor research before we end the episode.
And what would that be?
Just looking at who these fucking guys voice act. It's related. It's SpongeBob. I did not want to look at the IMDb page for this. I swear to God, if this is all just Patrick, it's gonna piss me off.
It's gonna be all Patrick. I can
It's
feel it.
mostly all Patrick. All these are from like random characters from other shows that I do not recognize or do not know. What? Come on, Bob. You can do other things. No. No, it is just all Patrick. I'm actually kind of like sadly upset by this. No video games
Why?
either? Wow, he is just nothing but Patrick. I mean, there is like a bunch of like henchmen and other characters from other shows, but like that's it.
Oh.
Well, what about Squidward? And then I'll stop there. Because I don't really care to know what anyone else is in. Roger Bumpass. Let's see what he's in. Squidward, my Squidward, I'm Squidward. He's Professor Membrane from Invader Zim? That's Squidward? Dr. Light from Teen Titans. This is sadly looking like just nothing but Squidward though, with like sprinkles of some characters I know from like minor media. No, wait. Why is Tom and Kennedy and Clancy Brown the only ones that actually exist outside of SpongeBob? What the hell? I feel like you guys should be getting a lot more jobs because you guys are famous voice actors from like a very popular show.
Well, not how that works usually. You have to have range. You know.
But like Squidward's a good voice. Like the voice for Squidward's pretty good, I would say.
Yeah, but like that's the voice for Squidward. You know, how many other characters are gonna fit that voice? You know, for
I don't
different
know. I
things.
feel. I guess. I'm
And
actually.
also, like, imagine how like busy the actual like fucking like SpongeBob. Um, actually, what am I saying? Because like SpongeBob is like the character in most episodes, and fucking Tom Kenny does a billion other things. So like, I don't know, gang. Either they're not seeking out those roles, or like they just feel like they don't have the time to do it, or those roles aren't seeking them out.
I feel like it might be a mix of both. Yeah, I expected Mr. Lawrence to not do anything other than fucking plankton. You lazy prick. Sorry, Miss Doug Lord's probably a good guy. probably an amazing good guy. I just don't care.
Being
Anyways,
a hater.
I might be. Let's see Sandy's voice actor because I'm not satisfied. Cindy Vortex from Jimmy Neutron. Are you serious? It's just nothing with Sandy, really? With like minor characters here and there?
Yeah.
Oh, she voices all these characters in Spyro? That's kind of cool. But these are all NPCs though, so that's not really that amazing. Wow, it is just nothing but Sandy. Guys, lock in. No wonder the SpongeBob hasn't died. None of these voice actors can do anything else. They're relying on SpongeBob to keep living. What? Tom Kenny's probably like, SpongeBob could die any chance. I'm good. But these other guys, they need SpongeBob to pay their bills. What? I'm actually more dumbfounded by that information. Clancy Brown and like Tom Kenny are chilling. Then again, that's like their voice acting roles. I'm not taking the fact that they could be doing. I think Bob actually does do like physical acting stuff. I saw him actually in a horror movie. I think once, like as a dad. I'm just looking at their voice acting. So, as far as I know, them as actual actors are probably goated stacks and cast. I don't know. Well, who knows? Who knows? Anyways, that's SpongeBob. Um, I love it. I could talk about it forever. Um, before this end, because I know someone that I know might be thinking about it. Um, if I have to say who's more jollier, it's not SpongeBob in that lineup. SpongeBob is not a pure-hearted person. I think he's pure-hearted, but I don't think he's as jolly as everyone else that you can compare him to from other cartoons.
Jolly?
You know, just sparking radiance and happiness and joy.
Are you sure?
SpongeBob is just more human.
Because Gang literally just he finds enjoyment in life by flipping a fucking patty.
Okay, you know what? I was gonna dance around it, but I'll fucking say it, and I'll propose this to you, dog. You think SpongeBob is gonna be like the more happiest, more like joyous character comparing to fucking Pinkie Pie?
Oh, did someone ask you that? Who do you think is the more joyous character, SpongeBob or fucking Pinkie Pie?
That was asked to me on my Outlast live stream years ago. My Outlast 2 live stream by Two-Faced Demon. Yeah, from 11 months ago, that was like a thing that was brought up because I was talking a lot about SpongeBob. And you know, doing my research, I don't think SpongeBob wins that. When the other one gets the actual element of laughter. One got crowned from the gods. Okay, not really. But...
I mean, I guess because in technicality, SpongeBob gets depressed sometimes and isn't always content with his life.
Yeah, I like look at Rock Bottom. He was nervous and scared and wanted to go home. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure if you reverse the characters, it's a different situation. Technicality, yes, because one of them is like canonically probably insane.
I guess.
Just thought to end it off with that.
Fucking Rico.
Anyways, that's the podcast. Here's to another year of backbone of the internet. Maybe we'll do now. I feel like I'm more comfortable with just us doing guest appearances. We only had one guest episode, which was Alex.
It's the Dr. Seuss ones, yeah.
Yeah, and now I feel like since we have a full year of us doing our shit, I feel like now I feel more comfortable. We could just be like, okay, we can bring a guest on.
You think they're bored of me?
No.
Oh yeah, why are you making an exorcism circle?
That's for something else.
You have a Necronomicon in your hands right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're flipping through the pages. You're trying to exorcise me.
Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this podcast episode, like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.
Yeah, it'll be my next. Wait, so.